This is a special presentation of the Sim Racing Channel. Real racing, virtually.
Welcome aboard.
What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Repeat back, and yes, it's another Monday night. That means it's time for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. It is the penultimate race, as Frozen or Elizabeth All would love to say. Iowa Speedway, short track that races very, very fast, very, very hard. We're going to have a lot of guys out there trying, guys and girls, sorry, Frozen, that are going to be trying to tackle this place. In practice, the one and only Jose Ruiz was fastest, so can he go on up there and grab a W for himself and lock his way in? While these guys are qualifying, let's go ahead and show you what the points look like. Here you go. So Holzer and Tom Harmon, they've got themselves locked in. Matt O'Brien, 17 points to the good. Over the cutoff line, Tyler Dohar, 5 points. Under that cutoff line, you're going to have Hunter Johnson, Jose Ruiz, Ryan Crooks, and Brendan Book. So the guys that are 5th through 8th, they've got to really hope that they can go ahead and grab the W to automatically lock themselves in, leaving just one spot to points. Or they've got to hope that some of the other guys have bad luck, or maybe they hope that Holzer or Harmon go ahead and lock in another W so they can lock their way in on points. Matt O'Brien, 17th. There's about 30 guys that are going to be out here on track tonight. I'll go ahead and pull up your scoring pylon in just a moment, but they're going to be hoping that the guys can do what they got to do to go ahead and secure their spot to race for a championship. So far, we know Holzer and Harmon, They know next week when we get to Homestead Miami Speedway, they are going for that championship. But we are going to see, will it be 2 additional people that join them on points? Or are we going to see a new winner here in the final race of the round of 8 and then leave just 1 spot to chance and the guy that gets in there on points? So let's go ahead and clear that away, and let's go ahead and bring up your scoring pylon right now, and let's also go ahead and see who's out there on track trying to put the best possible lap down. How about the number 31 Virginia Tech machine for Jimmy Cocker? So far, it looks like he has, I believe, Jimmy Cocker looks like he is done. So let's look for, how about old John Honeycutt out here in this High-Tech Securities number 50. This looks like this is his second time lap. His first lap, a little loose off of the corner. Going to be able to save it. Good job. And just throwing it all kinds of slideways. Good job, Honeycutt, knocking down the inside wall. How about Tyler Dohar in this number 77 filter time machine? This Elite Performance Industries filter time number 77. Dohar has been very, very strong since picking up some brand new racing equipment, whether it's been here or whether it's been in the Turn Down for What series on Sundays or Tuesdays, or no matter where it's been. He's got some help from the guys over at Junior Motorsports, like Mike Conti and a couple of others, as he's also getting just a little loose off the corner. Going to go ahead and try to lock it down. A little bit of contact with the inside wall, but hey, it's just qualifying. How about Ryan Crooks up here in his machine? Can we catch up with him? Nope, not as of yet. Looks like, let's try that again. There we go. There's Ryan Crooks in his number 25 EMGG Glitch machine. You still see that banner going across the top. So again, he still has a mathematical shot at working his way in. Just, mere digits between himself and the top 4. Can he join his teammate and work his way up there? We'll just have to wait and see once this is all said and done. Now, if I'm not mistaken, at one end of this track has some really, really nasty bumps that you don't want to hit. If I'm not mistaken, it's turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4, very, very easy. But if I'm not mistaken, 1 and 2 has some nasty bumps in the second to third line, and you really have to watch the way you get around this place. 27 people, I believe, maybe a few more, almost 30, will be on track tonight. Looks like Hunter Johnson. I was going to switch over to him, but it looks like he is done. Dunzos. All right, so it looks like qualifying is done, and yes, this is a transition race from day into night. So now these guys have this 3-minute warm-up session to go on out there and see if the track's going to be any different between the day and the night. Let's actually go ahead and bring up your race info right now to show you what kind of conditions these guys will be racing in. And it looks like so far about 72 degree air temp and a track temperature about 72, so it's matching it. So it's going to be a nice cool track, which should result in a lot of grip. The only thing that's going to heat this track up is the actual cars going around. So later on, I'll pull up the track facts information, or the weather information, I should say, again, see how these guys are doing, see what the temp does. Again, matched up right now, 72 and 72. So we'll just have to wait and see. Go ahead and, just in case you just joined us, I'll go ahead and pull up your playoff information one more time. Again, Holzer and Harmon, they are locked in. Matt O'Brien and Tyler Dohar, they've got a good shot at making it. Matt O'Brien with 17 points to the good. That means he can pretty much finish right around mid-pack, even with the guys behind him and finishing poorly, and our regular season champion would still have a great shot at making it. Tyler Dohar is a little bit more risky for him. He's just 5 points to the good. Hunter Johnson in that 32. He's been keeping him on screen right there as we speak, and that wasn't even on purpose. How about that? Hunter Johnson, he's 5 points under that cutoff line, right along with Jose Ruiz, 6 points. Again, Jose Ruiz was fastest in practice. Ryan Crooks, we just saw him just a little bit ago, so I have to see where he qualifies and how he does. 9 points below the marker. And then, of course, Brendan Book, 15. He's got to hope that the rest of the guys, Matt O'Brien, Tyler Dohar, Hunter Johnson, Jose Ruiz, and Ryan Crooks, all have a poor race, and he excels. Brendan Book in that 42, definitely not somebody that you can sleep on. Not at all. Let's go ahead and clear that away. And let's go ahead and bring up your tower again. And we'll go ahead and bring up your track map as well, so you can see where everybody's going to be at all race long as we get ready. 12 seconds left on the clock. Definitely want to thank everybody for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, and keeping me and everybody else company. Definitely appreciate it. All right, so the clock is done. Practices of all sorts is over. Let's go ahead and again clear the boards. Let's see how they're going to grid up. All right, so Tom Harmon in Avril Lavigne, number 68, by virtue of winning last week, is locked in to the championship round next week at Homestead Miami Speedway. Matt O'Brien, the regular season champ, on the outside. Also inside that top four. Starting P2, so on the outside. Brendan Book, P number 3, and his number 42. Eliza Bethal, great qualifying effort by her and her Team FTR, number 64. Tom Flitcroft in P number 5. Nate Mond to round out row 3. P.J. O'Leary in P number 7 with Jimmy Cocker in that 31 Virginia Tech machine in P8. John Osborne, P9 to round out row 5 is going to be Andrew Sanford in his number 37. In P number 11 is going to be the number 1 for Brody Falconer and Charles Kramer for P number 12. Let's keep on going through the field here. That's going to be Philip Bridgman in his number 18, sitting P13. Jeff No, Old Stout Whiskey in that double 5 for row number 7. Row 8 is going to be Mike DeWalt and Jose Ruiz. Ryan Mccall is going to be in his number 30, P17. P18 is going to be Ryan Crooks. Rob Newman, P19, in that number 33. And Hunter Johnson in that 20. In 20th, in that number 32. Have to see how he pushes his way through the field. Then we've got John Honeycutt in his number 50, sitting P21. P22 is going to be James Holzer with Micah Allard in 23rd, in that 61. To his outside for row number 12 is going to be Tyler Dohar. And to round out the field, we've got Duncan O'Connor in his number 2, starting P25. Row 13 is going to be Jordan McGraw, old J-Mac in that 34. Brian Pizzakemi in his number 28. And, of course, last but not least, in that 28th spot, Francis Hamilton, the other half of that Hennessy Performance team. And that is going to round out your field. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to set them loose. Let's bring back everything one more time. Bring back. Actually, I don't want that just yet. Let's go ahead and bring up your scoring pylon instead. And let's go ahead and bring up your track map. Let's go ahead and bring up everything that you are going to need for the race. And man, what a way to go. All right, let's go ahead and widen this out. Get ready to go. Pace car is going to be making that hard left down pit road and setting this field on fire. Again, Tom Harmon, Matt O'Brien, green flags out in the air. Let's go racing. right, quickly going to count down all 200 laps here from Iowa. That's right, we're in cornfield country. And man, these guys are going to be, guys and girls, again, got to get that right, going to be fighting hard, tooth and nail all night long. See Flitcroft out there saying, go number 8. Yans World Gaming says, let's go. Absolutely, let's go. So far, looks like we did just have a change for the lead. Looks like Brendan Book in that number 42. He's got to go for broke all night long. Able to get on by Tom Harmon and move up those 2 spots in order to grab that lead. So yeah, leading a lap is going to give him a point. Leading most laps. And then if he can lock it down in this National Guard number 42, it would definitely be a night that he'll need in order to advance on and race for that championship next week at Homestead Miami Speedway, which that is going to be one hell of a race. Cannot wait to get there. This has been a great season. It's going to be really interesting to see exactly how this one comes to be. Is it going to be the regular season champ that's going to go ahead and lock it down for a championship? Will it be that 68 Avril Lavigne car right now sitting in P number 2 that's going to be able to get it done? Will it be Holzer a little bit further in the back right now that'll be able to go ahead and get it done? Will it be Tyler Doar, the guy that's sitting 4th in points and trying to solidify his chance to go for a championship? So many great stories, a lot of great guys and gals out here, and man, what a great series. Yellow flags out. Looks like Philip Bridgman a little bit further in the back is going to have something to do with this, right along with John Honeycutt, Tyler Dohar, and Micah Allard possibly. So let's see if we can go back, find out exactly what just happened. We'll switch on over to our chase cam, find out why Philip Bridgman was the first one to give any kind of an indication of damage. So yeah, let's go on back, find out what happened. There he is up by the wall. Does he come off the wall and onto? Oh, looks like he got a little loose. Coming down track, trying to lock it up. You saw the 50 come across. Nowhere he could go. And let's actually jump on board with that 50, and we'll go ahead and replay that. So there you see John Honeycutt. He sees the 18 having a problem, trying to get low. Hold on. He was doing his best to hold on to the brakes, just nowhere he could go, nothing at all that he could do about it. See the 24 scoot on by. How about from the 77 of Tyler Dohar? So Dohar a couple spots back. Looks like he's going to try to go ahead and pull left just to avoid him. No contact to the 77. So great job. Looks like the 61 of Micah Allard also had a little bit of an issue. Let's try from his view. Same thing. Micah didn't want to run into the guy in front of him. Oh, no damage to that number 61 Ryko machine. Just able to keep it off the wall. Good job all the way around. So it looks like the 50 and the 18 got the worst damage of everyone else. So they'll have to see just how bad that is as we go bring it back live. Have to see just how bad that damage is and see if they go down pit road, and if pit road will offer them enough time to go ahead and get it fixed. So chat, who do y'all got? I know Flitcroft's out there pulling for old Tom Flitcroft, sitting right now in P number 3, up 8 spots, looking pretty good so far. I'll have to see if he can go ahead and get it done again in this number 8 Mountain Dew machine. I told Tom Flitcroft after last week's race, it seems like since he got rid of that number 12 and moved on over to the 8, I don't know if it's a numbers thing or luck thing or whatever, but it definitely seems like this 8 has definitely had better luck since switching numbers. So, yeah, TomTom right now sitting P3, up 2 spots from where he qualified in 5th. So as of now, with a long way to go, has a podium spot. We'll have to see if he can hold on to it and deal with the way his car is going to change as far as the handling and all that goes as the race goes on. Again, Brendan Book, he needs to go ahead and lock up this W. Here is your points again. So, I mean, Brendan Book sitting back there in 8th, 15 spots down. He's got to make up some big points on Ryan Crooks, Jose Ruiz, and Hunter Johnson. He's 10 points behind Hunter Johnson, which is 10 spots out there on track, unless he leads a lap and then goes on to lead most laps as well. So, I mean, he needs a lot to happen, and I definitely wish him luck. I've been a fan of old Brendan for quite a while. Green flag's back out. Let's go. 42 throwing it low, but look at his double deuce. This sun drop machine for Nate Mon, really carrying a whole lot of momentum on that high side. I knew there was some momentum up there. I just couldn't remember which side of the track had those really nasty bumps. I'm going to guess it's 1 and 2 because Nate Mon absolutely went up there and stuck it to the 42. Nate's going to go ahead and lead a lap here, grab a point in that sun drop machine. Tell you what, I went to Charlotte Motor Speedway yesterday for the Roval 400. There was a miniature hauler for Dale Jr. and his sun drop machine. I tell you, you would think that Dale Jr. was still an active driver by the amount of people that were lined up at that mini hauler getting shirts and hats and all kinds of trinkets and koozies and whatnot. Man, what a great day and a whole lot of fun. First 100 laps or so wasn't quite the show I was expecting to see after watching it a few years ago when, or a couple years ago anyway, when Chase Elliott won it after trying to knock down the Tom's heartbreak turn padded decoration or advertising, padded advertising. There we go. That was there, but man, all in all, still a good time. Got to hang out the entire race with the one and only Swatch or KS Gaming 51 all race long. A whole lot of good times, and man, definitely looking forward to whatever may come next. All right, so let's actually, it looks like we're kind of getting a little bit of a green flag feel. So let's go on through as always and try to introduce your drivers one by one and see exactly who's out here in this field. Let's start with the leader right now, and Nate Mon in that sun drop double deuce right now. In first, up 5 spots from where he qualified. Right behind him is going to be Tom Flitcroft from upstate New York in his Mountain Dew machine, up 3 spots from where he started. Brendan Book, P at number 3 in this 42, right where he started. So he's gone up, led a few laps, now right back where he started, so no worse for the wear. Behind him, Tom Harmon in this Avril Lavigne machine, been in the same colors all season long, definitely proved that he will have a great shot at the championship next week at Homestead, Miami. Rudy Falconer in this number 1 Hennessy Performance machine, up 6 spots from where he started right now, sitting in P number 5. Ryan Crooks in this number 25 EMGG Glitch machine from Madison, Alabama. He's on the outside looking in, but still has a mathematical shot It'd be great to see what he's capable of doing. PJ O'Leary in this number 24 Valvoline car from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Another one that's had a lot of great racing all season long. He's got the 32 to his outside. That is going to be Hunter Johnson from Griffin, Georgia. Guy that's definitely been stepping on that loud pedal a little bit more and making some big moves in the latter half of the season. I'd love to see what would happen if we had just another quarter season left. I think he would be a real threat. Then we're going to have Eliza Bethal back here in this Team FTR number 64 from the great state of Ohio. Her in this Taco Bell machine. Matt O'Brien in his Cloud9 number 20. He's changed things up every now and then, but these Cloud9 colors have served him pretty well from Sterling Heights, Michigan. Right behind him is going to be this number 37 from San Diego, California. Talking about the one and only Andrew Sanford. Right behind him, you got a side-by-side battle between Jimmy Cocker and his number 31 Virginia Tech machine, and of course James Holzer in his number 69 EMGG glitch machine from the great state of Pennsylvania. Charles Kramer just a couple spots back in this number 10 from Pittsburgh, PA, down 2 spots from where he started, but in the top half of the field. Behind them is going to be the number 30 of Ryan Mccall from Bear, Delaware. Again, hosting the colors of one of Shake and Bake's other sponsors for the season. And yeah, we're talking about Shaboom. Mike Allard in his number 61. And I tell you what, Micah is very, very strong, always up towards the top half, top 5. When the checker's getting ready to fall, let's see how he places tonight. So far, up 7 spots. Jose Ruiz in this number 23 Haviland machine from Sacramento, California, was the fastest in practice by, I want to say it was almost by a full 10th. So we'll have to see how Jose carves his way through traffic. Right now sitting P17, 1 spot back from where he qualified. Tyler Dohar in this number 77, up 6 spots from where he started from Walbridge, Ohio. Right now he is sitting P4 in the points. Needs to have a solid night in order to make sure that he's racing for that championship next week at Homestead. John Osborne back here in this number 81 Ford Mustang GT, down 10 spots. So I'm not quite sure if something happened, or I don't believe we talked about him during that early caution. But so far, losing some ground. We'll have to see if he can make it back up as the night goes on. Working lap 28 and checking in with the Deuce Toyota of Duncan O'Connor. One of 2 Canadians, I believe, are in the field tonight. Right now, Duncan up 5 spots, sitting in P20. P21, talking about the 55, that double 5 from Yadkinville, North Carolina. Talking about Jeff No, all stout whiskey. Good to see him out here, as always, in his Carolina Basement Solutions machine. This is a man I've gotten to meet quite a few times between races and just going out to hang out for lunch or whatever. One of the best teachers you could possibly ever come across, and he is one that I can say I absolutely appreciate his friendship. Behind him, we can talk about the 54 Toyota for Mike DeWalt in this Flex Volt DeWalt machine, down 7 spots from where he started, sitting P22. John Honeycutt back here in this number 50 High-Tech Securities machine. Couldn't quite remember the sponsor. I know it's not Melody Woodworks, but for some reason High-Tech just was not coming right to mind. But yeah, out of Orlando, Florida, after that issue a little bit earlier, only down 2 spots. So we'll have to see if Honeycutt can work his way back through and get back to running where we normally see old John. Francis Hamilton in his number 48 Hennessy Performance machine, talking about his Camaro, up 4 spots from where he started, right now sitting P24. P25, old J-Mac, Jordan McGraw from Bridgeport, Texas, and his Shake and Bake number 34. Also likes to run some Sega colors, loves some Indy as well. I'll have to see if that Indy series comes back with Shake and Bake anytime soon. I hope so. It'd be great to get back in the booth with Eliza for another season if they should happen to bring that back. How about Brian Pizzicami right behind him in this number 28 Camaro? Right now up one spot from where he started, sitting P number 26. I mentioned that Duncan O'Connor was one of two Canadians in the field. Here's the other right now. Philip Bridgman from Ontario, Canada. Down 14 spots. Definitely not running where he'd like to. But I'm pretty sure that 18 was, the 18 was the one that kind of got stuck up in the wall earlier. He's got to be hoping for maybe another caution, fix up some more of that damage if he didn't use his fast repair already. But down 14 spots in that Yoda. And then how about Rob Newman to round out the field right now, sitting P28 in his Mustang GT in that 33 from Ellicottville. I believe that's New York, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that is going all the way through your field. Let's go on back up, check with our top guys and see exactly how they are running. We haven't missed anything so far. Nate Mon, still your leader. You've been able to keep up with the scoring pylon on the left-hand side. He is a good 1.9 seconds over Brendan Book and P number 2. So this double deuce looking like he's got a little bit of go-go juice in this Camaro. Good to see him kind of stretching it out. Here is Brendan Book. No immediate threat either ahead or behind. Hunter Johnson a little bit further back in his 32, up 17 spots now. So Hunter on the charge early. I mentioned earlier that we normally see him work his way through. Well, yeah, 17 spots would definitely qualify for working your way through. Tom Harmon with his win last week. He is guaranteed to go on to Homestead next week and race for a championship. So far, the only one he knows he'll be racing against is James Holzer in his number 69 Camaro. So that's going to be one hell of a battle. Cannot wait to see how that all plays out. Rudy Falconer back here in this number 1, still up 6 spots as we're starting to see more and more of these cars on that track map on the top right-hand side get to be single file. So we were talking about the weather earlier. Let's actually go on back and see if the cars going around over 39 laps, starting lap 40 next time by, has raised the track temp at all. Let's go ahead and check that right now. And so far, track temp up to 76, air temp down to 71. So I'd have to say, yeah, these cars absolutely heating up this track. It'll make it a little bit tighter at times, but we've seen some guys also get a little loose throughout practice. All right, so let's go ahead and clear that weather. Let's go ahead and bring up old Nate Mon, see exactly how he's doing and what he's doing. Let's ride along in the cockpit with him. And we'll also go ahead and pull up your driver input on the bottom, right underneath the Sim Racing channel logo. You'll be able to see exactly how much wheel he's putting into these corners. So he's actually steering more to the right, coming off than he is to the left. So he's got a very free car or loose car, and as they say, loose is fast and on the edge of out of control. So good job by him. How about some dashboard? No, nope. Sim Racing Channel is kind of hiding that, so we won't go that route. Definitely don't hear him clutching it or anything like that. No, not trying to save any amount of fuel. Unfortunately, I didn't get a lap count or how many laps they were able to go on a single tank of fuel. But so far, Nate Mon, he's up there. He's doing his thing. And just as I say that, I'm going to guess he had a little bit of an issue because Brendan Book, from his cockpit view, looks like he's starting to really reel in this double deuce. Did the 22 go too hard in the beginning of the run as soon as the green flag came back out? Or is Brendan Book just that good at saving his tires? So far, all over the back bumper, and we'll let's actually see what it looks like from the gearbox of Nate Mon's car. Or I should have said a rear view. Never mind. Either way. Here we go. Battle for the lead. 42 is going to go ahead and throw it down low. Does the 22 have enough tire to get that bite up off the corner and carry that momentum? Not that time. So new leader, I should say. Got the 42 of Brendan Book up where he needs to be to go race for a championship next week. Tom Harmon back here in his Avril Lavigne number 68 Camaro. Down 2 spots after starting on pole, but so far doing what he's got to do just to make sure that he finishes the race. He knows that he's locked in. No big issue there. How about this battle though? Right now, Tyler Dohar in to the championship for next week. The 32, he wants to get in. Let me go ahead and show you those points again. Show you exactly what it is that we're talking about. Here you go. So Matt O'Brien back there in the 20th. Right now, Matt O'Brien is running P number 4. As you see him right there, just with the 32. So Matt O'Brien, 17 points to the good. If he finishes where he is, he's golden. He's good to go next week. If Brendan Book goes on and wins, and Matt O'Brien finishes where he is, that's going to push Tyler Dohar out. So that it could literally happen just like that. All right, so let's go ahead and clear that one more time. Bring back your scoring pylon. Yellow flag's out. Looks like Ryan Crooks somewhere in the back is going to have an issue, and it looks like John Honeycutt's going to have something to do with this also. But Crooks was the first one to show any indication that there was a problem. So let's go ahead and, of course, switch on over. See if we can't pick up on. Let's actually go back to John Honeycutt and find out exactly what happened here. Oh, a little bit of blinkage. Oh, looks like the 25 just got a little loose. Tried to save it. Honeycutt tried to check up, then got run over on the back end by the 28 of Brian Pizzichemi. Let's go on board with Ryan Crooks. All right, let's go ahead and rewind that the old-fashioned way. And we'll stop it. And let's play it from there. So there you see him starting to break a little loose. Honeycutt just nowhere to go. As Ryan Crooks came down the field, just kind of shut half of the track off. Honeycutt nowhere to go, and now this 25 is going to have to do some damage repair on pit road to try to get this EMGG glitch machine back up and running to full song, depending on what kind of damage he's got to that left rear. Let's see if we actually take a look at that left rear for him. Really don't see any damage. How about we take a look at the full backside? No real damage. So he might have gotten lucky. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, everybody coming on down pit road to grab 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Go ahead and fill it up with that Sunoco E15 fuel. Come on back out and do what they've got to do. It looks like the 42 stayed out. Okay. Tom Harmon also looks like he stayed out. Let me just make sure that I didn't miss these guys. No, okay, they did actually just come down pit road. So I just missed them by going through the replay. No big deal. Matt O'Brien also back out. Nate Mon. Yeah, everybody took the opportunity to go on and pit this time. Looks like the only car that didn't pit might have been the only car that was 1 lap down, Rob Newman. So he'll more than likely go on and pit this time. I believe he was the only car a lap down. No, he's actually he's actually 9 laps down. So he'll just get one of those laps back But yeah, definitely not back on the lead lap as of yet. So big thank you to everybody that's out there in chat. Absolutely appreciate you. Whether it's out there on the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV, thank you very much for your patronage. It means quite a bit. And welcome to all the commercial-free content through many different streamers for clubs, leagues, and communities, the POVs, the podcast, and everything else that you get with your subscription, whether you chose to do it for just a month or if you got the recent deal for $19.99 for a full year. Either way, welcome aboard. And then, of course, over on Twitch and YouTube as well, thank you very much for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, and keeping me company as well as each other company is always very much appreciated. All right, so Flickcroft said go 8 earlier. Let's see if we can find out where old Tom is right now. Looks like Tom is back here in P number 7. Who else we got out there? Yo, who else has a pony in this race? Who do y'all have? Lights atop the pace car are still on, so they're going to go around one more time. More than likely, the lights will go out this time, and we'll go back green flag racing here very, very shortly. There you see the lights atop the pace car are out. So one more circuit around this place. They'll go back green on lap 56 of 200. So we are just over a quarter of the way done with this race. What a night it's been so far. Going into turn number 3, be coming out of turn 4. Let's try a new shot here of the flag stand, and the cars come whipping across. There you go. See the pace car pulling off. Green flag is out. Let's go. All right, working lap 57. 42's got a new challenger, talking about Tom Harmon, last week's winner in that 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro. The 22 of Nate Mon that went up and took the lead earlier. So far, he's not up on that high side, but I'll tell you what, who is? Hunter Johnson in that, I don't believe he's running the Jordan brand colors this week. I believe he's running new hype. Either that or it's it might be a Pink It Forward scheme for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Let's actually go on board with that car right now, see exactly what he's got going on. Not him. I wanted Hunter Johnson. There we go. Absolutely, that's what it is. So it's a breast cancer awareness scheme for Hunter Johnson in this number 32. Machine's absolutely looking great. There you see it, front, back, side to side, looking damn good. Yellow's out. Looks like Duncan O'Connor and Jose Ruiz are going to be a couple people of interest in this one. But definitely got to give Hunter Johnson big credit. I tell you what, they always say real men wear pink. Well, you know what? They race pink as well. So Hunter, definitely appreciate the colors. Fly 'em high and proud all month long, sir. I got a new driver to pull for tonight. Let's see if Hunter Johnson can go on up there and get it. All right, let's switch on over to the chase cam again. Go back, find out what happened with Duncan O'Connor and Jose Ruiz right now. All right, so there you see the two right behind a couple cars. Oh, Jose Ruiz just a little bit faster coming through the corner. Jose tries to check up, and as he does, it looks like he gets down on the apron and loosens it up just a little. Let's go back from Jose's machine And let's actually jump on board from the nose and see what he sees. All right, so the 2 was up in that middle line, and Jose went to make a pass, and just 2 came on down, and I'm not sure if that was on purpose or if he's getting loose or whatever the case may be. But Jose Ruiz, the fastest man in town during practice, he's definitely going to have some work to do sitting back in 24th after that wreck. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Let's see if anybody comes on down pit road this time. Nope, they figure they just came out. But I imagine Jose Ruiz, he's going to come on down, bring that Haviland Texaco Toyota TRD Camry down pit road, see if he can't fix it up. Come on back out. As you see him now, going to get to that blend line and really stomp on that throttle, catch up to the rest of the field. As you see, yellow flag on the wall, still blinking. Caution is still out. We should see these guys go green next time. So Tom Harmon is your leader. You got the 32 of Hunter Johnson right behind. Light to top that Toyota Ford Chevy hybrid pace car still on. They'll go back green on lap number 63, I believe. As no, lights atop the pace car are still on, so it's going to be lap 64. Or 65, rather. All right, so with that, and Jose all the way back in a P24, I'll show you those points again. Jose Ruiz right now, he's 6 points behind the 8 ball. He needs to jump ahead of Hunter Johnson. Hunter Johnson right now sitting in P number 2. So that's definitely not going to happen unless there's a shakeup a little bit later in the race, and Jose Ruiz didn't get too much damage to the left front after getting loose and tagging the inside wall. Tom Harmon, you see him there. He's already marked green for the Champ 4. He knows that next week he's going to be racing for a championship. Hunter Johnson, Jose Ruiz, Ryan Crooks. Ryan Crooks right now is all the way back in 27th. So, I mean, Hunter Johnson's looking phenomenal right now to be able to go ahead and race for a championship next week. Tyler Dohar right now, he's also sitting in P number 12, so he's got to step on it a little bit as well. Speaking of stepping on it, we're going to get ready to go ahead and step on it. We're going to see this pace car go ahead and peel off. Let's go ahead and clear that out, bring our scoring pylon back up. Green flags, let's go. All right, so great racing all the way around. Great restart by every single one of these guys and gals out here. Working lap 68 of 200. So we are getting closer and closer to halfway. Just 31 laps remain before we hit the century mark, or the mid-century mark, I guess you could say, because we're talking about 2 of them tonight. That's right, 200 laps around Iowa. And great battle right now for P number 5. Got the 42 of Brendan Book down low, 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro up high. And look at Tom Flitcroft right now sitting in P number 2, as it looks like we're going to have a battle for the lead. Talking about Holzer up top, Hunter Johnson down low. Holzer carrying all kinds of momentum. He's going to go ahead and lead a lap, grab a point, but again, he is already solidified. He's locked in to the championship round next week at Homestead, Miami. Cannot wait for that race to kick off. Might actually even see about coming live a little bit earlier, talking to our championship 4. Maybe get a word in with Eliza Bethel as well as far as season 1 and if it met her expectations or if she wanted just a little bit more out of it. I tell you what, from a broadcaster's point of view, to have 30 plus cars this far into a season where people that have new leagues start up and they decide to stick this one out is kind of a rarity. So it just kind of goes to show the respect that these guys and gals have for Shake and Bake and for Eliza and for their competition. Not to say, you know what, I don't have a chance at the championship. I'm not racing this week. I'm going to go join a new league where my chances start all over again. So I give these guys and girls all kinds of credit for making sure that they are here week in and week out to put on one hell of a race for you out there. And man, they do a great job. I can't say anything less than that. So Tom Flitcroft got on by the 69, and looks like Tom Harmon, he's going to be able to hold off Brendan Book and Hunter Johnson behind him, as they're going to go side by side across the start stripe. Oh, looks like maybe a little bit of contact to Tom Harmon, but no harm, no foul. 68 had to do a little extra wheel work to keep that thing going, but good job, great hands by the driver of that Camaro. Look at Eliza back here also up on the high side, trying to carry some momentum of her own on the outside of that number 30 Shaboom car for Ryan Mccall. Can she get back in the throttle? Man, it looks like it, because she looks like she's carrying an extra 5 horsepower up and off. Great job by Eliza. Let's actually jump on board with Ryan and see if we can't take a look out. Oh! Take a look out that side window. There's the front end of Eliza's car. It's going to pull up side by side with Ryan. She's trying to get it done. This should be the corner where she's able to mash that throttle a little bit more. And yep, she is absolutely trying. Just nothing doing there. And I believe turns 1 and 2 is where that big bump is. Will this be a battle 3 wide? 61 of Micah Allard behind the 64 now. Ryan Mccall down low in that 30 Shaboom machine. And these guys doing a great job, side by side. And nobody's really, giving at all. Eliza should have now a little bit of a pull from that 20 of Matt O'Brien. Matt O'Brien right now sitting P number 9, down 7 spots from where he started, but still, I believe he was 17 points to the good. So right now, he would still be mathematically in for the next round to race for a championship. So Frozen able to go on by, able to clear the 30. Now it's Micah Allard's turn. It looks like he's going to be clear as well. So now you got the 61 of Micah. Let's see if we can take a look from his... Nope, wrong side. That's what I wanted. let's see if we can see. Looks like, yeah, he's still having to stay high. So that 64 is still underneath, but he's going to carry more momentum up and off the corner. Up top, still Holzer leading with Tom Flitcroft sitting P number 2. I believe that would have actually been a pass for the lead. I'm pretty sure the 8 went on up there and took a point away for leading a lap. Boy, a little loose. Coming off turn number 4, going up towards the wall. Able to save it, correct it, and able to get back and mash that throttle so he didn't lose too much momentum. Long conga line all the way down this backstretch. And let's see if we can't get a view from the blimp, see what this place looks like under these lights, under the stars. How about this? Iowa Speedway, under the lights, the entire field going down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Gonna exit 2, come on down the backstretch. Still Holzer leading under these great lights. You know what I might do next week? I might actually talk to Eliza. See if we can't actually go live mic for kind of a radioactive race. See if maybe we can actually get the driver's feelings in live time for any kind of issues that might be on track and whatnot. And see, that way you get the raw experience of the driver should anything absolutely happen. Maybe we'll actually check into that. We'll see. But right now, Holzer's still leading. Tom Flitcroft, Tom Harmon, Hunter Johnson, and Brendan Book, your top 5. Behind them, you're going to have Nate Mon in that double deuce sun drop machine. Rudy Falconer, Micah Allard, Ryan Mccall, and Tyler Dohar back here in P10. Right behind Tyler Dohar, you got John Osborne, Matt O'Brien, John Honeycutt, Jeff No, and Mike DeWalt to round out your top 15. Ryan Crooks able to rebound pretty nicely. He was sitting back there in like 24th or something right now, so able to pull his way back up means that he's got a pretty decent car. I'll have to see what he's capable of doing with it, though. But yeah, he's sitting 16th. Jose Ruiz, Eliza Bethel, Jimmy Cocker, and Jordan McGraw going to round out your top 20. Duncan O'Connor, Charles Kramer, P.J. O'Leary, Brian Pizzakemi, and Francis Hamilton going to round out your top 25. Andrew Sanford, Philip Bridgman, and Rob Newman going to round out your field here. So right now, Holzer kind of out of frame. But they got one hell of a battle right now for P number 2. Got the 8, the 68, 32, and 42. They all decided they were going to go ahead and throw it low on that 8. 32 came on up, a little bit of side draft off the 8. Then that's going to slow him up just a little. He's going to have to go high, wide, and handsome, try to carry as much momentum as he could. But you also just saw that 8 Mountain Dew machine go on up and over those humps or those bumps in the track. And that made him slow up even more, because if you don't, those bumps will send you right to the wall. Working lap number 91 of 200, getting closer and closer to that halfway point. Holzer leads, Harmon P2, Johnson P3, Brendan Book P4, and Tom Flitcroft right where he qualified, sitting P number 5. Everybody else in front of these guys kind of single file. This is a decent little battle right now. Decent little side-by-side battle, I should say. As the one, Brody Falconer, really had to check up not to get into the back end of the 8, and that put him right into the clutches of Ryan Mccall and his number 30 Shaboom machine. And so far, so good. One caution on the night. Actually, I take that back. 2 cautions on the night. Working lap number 93 of 200 laps here in Corn Country. Looking back at the gap that Holzer's got back to P2 as he comes across the start stripe to work or start lap number 95. So Holzer, he knows that he's in by virtue of a win a couple weeks back, but he wants another one. He wants another checkered flag on the frame rail of this 69 glitch Camaro, and man. Doing one hell of a job, doing Holzer things, as his org would like to say. Here's the battle right now: second, third, and fourth. Tom Harmon, Hunter Johnson, and Brendan Book, second, third, and fourth. Nate Mon up one spot, going to show that the qualifying effort that he put forward was no fluke. Still, right now, having a great race. As you see the 32 go ahead and duck on low. That's going to be Hunter Johnson. Now he's got that 68 machine to his outside. Looks like the 42 of Brendan Book's going to decide maybe to go with that 61. Now the 61, he can kind of play devil's advocate here. He can kind of help out whichever line he chooses. A little bit of contact. Brendan Book, great save. Able to get out of the throttle just for a second. Check up, straighten it up. Get back in the throttle and not lose a spot, but he did lose the fight that he had to the outside, having to back it off just for a moment. Going down the backstretch into turn 3, you see just about everybody for quite a few spots up along that wall. So we'll check in with Jimmy Cocker and P number 12 right now with Micah Allard to his outside and Dynamo Designs. Allard Racing number 61, looking pretty good as always. A little bit of extra oomph to that machine. And you see the 81 right in front of these guys. Looks like the 55 of Jeff No, Old Stout Whiskey, running in P14 right where he started. So nothing gained, nothing lost for Jeff, but still great run inside the top half of this field. Let's actually jump on board with Jeff No and kind of take a lap or two around, listen to the sights, sounds, the other cars that he's got around, see how he puts down this battle as we work lap 101 around Iowa. And crank it up. All right, so that's going to be a few laps around this place with the one and only Jeff No. And again, great all-around guy, great friend. Has been for several years, and you couldn't ask for better. All right, so this is what the 55's got ahead and what he's got behind. Let's go on back up front. Looks like Holter's got a good 2.3 second hold on the field. Hunter Johnson still sitting P2. Looks like he was able to break away from the little bit of a pack that he had. Tom Harmon, he still has that 42 for Brendan Book right with him. Still working lap 107 of 200, so now past halfway. Are we going to have a late comer, or is it going to be a late goer? What's going to happen? Got to tell you what, though. How about Ryan Mccall right now in this number 30 Shaboom machine, up 11 spots? And just as I say that, we've got a caution on track. Tom Flitcroft is going to have something to do with this. Where is that number 8? Let's go find out. So, fourth caution is flying. What happened? So there you see Tom up by the wall. Looks like a little loose steering in. Down below the apron. Kind of hard to save it down there. Does he collect anybody? No, able to lock it down and hold it in place. Didn't collect anybody else, so great job by him to stay in place until his spotter yelled, all clear, even if it meant losing some spots. So great job by the 8. I'm actually going to check something here right quick with him all the way in the back now. The last time he came down pits, it's not going to show me because everybody's coming on down pit road right now. But that's all right. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. But all in all, great job by the 8 to hold it down and not collect anybody else. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Ooh, that was an interesting race off pit road. And it looks like Tom Harmon able to nose that out. That had to be extremely, extremely close. Hunter Johnson P2, Brendan Book P3, James Holzer P4. So Holzer losing a few spots on pit road. Nate Mon P number 5, Matt O'Brien P number 6, Ryan Mccall P7, John Honeycutt, great recovery for him, up 13 spots, P number 8, Jimmy Cocker P9, and Ryan Crooks, great rebound for him as well, sitting in P number 10. All right, so we just went through your top 10. Let's go ahead and take a look at those playoff points again. So Holzer and Harmon in, all right. Matt O'Brien right now sitting in P number 6. If he finishes right there, being 17, he's golden. He's good to go. He'll be able to not only prove that he can solidify a regular season championship, but he'll be a threat for the overall season championship as well. Tyler Doar outside of the top 10, but Hunter Johnson right now sitting in P2. So Hunter Johnson, he was 5 points below, while Tyler Doar was 5 points above. So that's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. Looks like Doar right now is back in 20th. So it looks like he would, make up that gap, depending on where the 77 finishes, though, as the night goes on. Jose Ruiz will also a little bit further in the back. Ryan Crooks down 9 spots, but right now he sits in, I just mentioned him. Where'd he go? Where'd Ryan Crooks go? There he is, sitting in 11th, or 10th, rather. Actually, it looks like he's going to start to the outside of Jeff No, so more than likely he'll be 12th. All right, let's go ahead and clear that away. All right, pace car is going to go ahead and make that hard left turn. Everybody comes on by. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. New top three, 68, 32, and 42 of Brendan Book, pushing Holzer back to P at number 4. Nate Mon still P5 in that sun drop machine. I tell you what, though, when looking at those points, you gotta also some of the guys gotta really hope that maybe Holzer or Harmon go on and grab tonight's W, because that would bring 2 people over on points. And right now, Matt O'Brien would absolutely be one. That 4th place is really going to be where the big question mark is. And I'm hoping before it's all said and done tonight that the points will be done. And by the time we're interviewing our top 3 or our podium drivers, we'll have an update on points and know who exactly will be racing for a championship next weekend or next Monday night at Homestead, Miami. A lot of fun down there with that progressive banking. I'm sure, no doubt, it'll be under the lights. All the palm trees around that track. I've actually been to Homestead. It's an interesting track. It's a track built in the middle of swamps, and man, it's a lot of fun to go to. I was actually there for Martin Truex's championship run and Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s last race when he ran that 88. With kind of the Budweiser paint scheme, just with Exalta on the hood. So it was a great race. I was glad to see New Jersey driver grab his championship after not doing too great in his earlier career. But man, Martin Truex Jr. did one hell of a job once he got to Furniture Row and now Gibbs. So good job by him. All right, so this is the battle for the lead now. Hunter Johnson has it. Brendan Book wants it. 68 and the 69 just a little bit behind. And it looks like we've got a new driver sitting in P number 5. Talking about the 50 of John Honeycutt. Able to rebound up 16 spots from where he started in this high-tech securities Camaro. Great job by Honeycutt as he looks to the outside of the 69 EMGG Camaro for James Holzer, kind of pinching him down just a little bit. That way Holzer can't get back in the throttle and wash all the way up track, just like you saw the 50 do. Anytime you can kind of flatten a curve and mash that throttle, you're going to do all right. Clears that 69, able to move up 1 spot, move Honeycutt up to P4. Good job by John. Nothing changed up front. Still Hunter Johnson and Brendan Book. How about Ryan Mccall back here? Great run for this number 30 Camaro. He's got the double deuce right behind. I tell you what, Nate Mon just needs a little extra something. He has been getting stronger and stronger every single week, really running closer and closer to the front. Able to lead laps last week as well as tonight, and really showed a lot of speed early. Just needs to find that happy medium where he can lead laps but at the same time not burn his stuff up. And again, I'm just guessing, seeing how the 42 was able to run him down earlier. Is that what he's doing now? Instead of charging to the front, just kind of biding his time, running right the race here on iRacing. Again, talking about Holzer. Right behind these guys, some pretty strong cars. Of course, Matt O'Brien in his number 20 Cloud9 machine. And there's that number 25, Ryan Crooks, able to pick up 1 spot so far from where the race restarted after caution number 4 flew 75 laps to go next time by, and this top 4 is heating up more and more. These two nose to tail. Then you're going to have Tom Harmon with the 50 and the number 30, the 69, the double deuce. I mean, there's a few battles up here, as it looks like the 50. He's going to go ahead and try to take that spot away. So far, looks like he's going to have it. There is that 68 on the outside. Can Honeycutt go ahead and throw it in? Will the 68 be able to carry that momentum up and off the corner? There he is, going to try it again. Coming across the start stripe, still there. Right front in, side by side at the door. 68's going to jump on that throttle again one more time. I think he might be clear this time. Yep, there he is. So Honeycutt's going to go ahead and drop back in, drop back behind. Good job by John Honeycutt. Good job by the 68 as well. Again, just about 30 guys and a gal out here doing it underneath the starry skies above Iowa Speedway. Again, showing you from the blimp this facility locked and loaded. You see all the cars and campers all the way around this place. Stands almost full. Huge fan base in attendance. Looks like actually all the campers and RVs and all that filling every single spot around this place. Again, 30 guys racing under the lights here from Iowa. The penultimate race, as Frozen says, when we're talking about the second to last race of the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup season number 1. About to wrap up next week at Homestead, Miami. I'm sure we'll see a sight much like this under the lights, and I cannot wait. All right, so Hunter Johnson's still leading, as you see there in the frame rate. He's driving that all-pink breast cancer awareness. Number 32 hung up the Jordan colors for the night, hopefully for the month. And you see Brendan Book right behind him. Let's actually show you these cars again up close and personal. Both him and the 42. He's got the National Guard on the car, but he's got a bunch of pink outlines. But yeah, this number 32 Hope Machine hoping to go ahead and lock down this W and go ahead and solidify his position into the championship round. This guy's been strong as of these last several weeks. It'll be interesting to see if he can get on up there. He's still got that banner going across the roof, so he's still eligible, and he knows it. There was, of course, the 42 National Guard, all in pink as well. Talking about Breast Cancer Awareness Month every year during the month of October. So right now, your top two, real men drive pink. Let's go on back through the field just a little bit. We see our top five. Back to Honeycutt. You see Ryan Mccall, Nate Mon, and Ryan Crooks sitting in P8 right now. Micah Allard, Jimmy Cocker, a couple spots back. And how about Jose Ruiz up 4 spots from where he qualified? Man, that was fastest in practice. also having an issue getting wrecked, not getting wrecked. He checked up, got loose, ended up going down on the apron just a little bit too much while still having his right rear on track. Kind of got the car out of balance and tagged the inside wall just a little bit, but able to make up some spots. Let's actually take a look at that right front, because I believe I might actually still have a little bit of damage there. Nope, I said, where's, no, okay, let's take a look. No, it looks like he actually fixed it. I thought I saw just a little bit of a excuse me, a little bit of a crinkle on the hood. I guess I was mistaken, but great job by Jose to make up 4 spots, sitting P12 right now. Looks like Ryan Mccall in that 30 kind of slid up track just a little bit. That's going to allow the 25 to get under. It looks like he's got the right front there at the door. Nowhere near clear. Still there. 22 is going to wash up and get behind the 30. 25's got to duck back in and try it another way. How about to the outside? We've seen a lot of guys carry some momentum up there. Oh, 25 a little loose. Able to keep it off the wall, though, not scrape it down the right side. 61 of Mike Allard's going to be able to slide on by, and it looks like the 31 is going to be able to now challenge that 25 as well. So Ryan Crooks went from 8th just back to 9th, so not too bad of a slide. Up front, looks like 32 and 42 no longer tied at the bumper. Looks like Holzer and Harmon, they're still battling it out just a little bit. In fact, here they are side by side. Holzer's going to have a little bit of a run. Either that or the 68 had the check up, maybe got a little tight. Working lap 142 of 200. Will we actually be able to see a green flag pit stop, or are these guys pretty good to go on fuel? Again, I didn't get a fuel run earlier. But each of the cautions have fallen in a pretty timely fashion to where they didn't have to go down during green flag stops. So that's going to hurt some, and it might also help some others. So if some guys practiced green flag pit stops earlier, they're going to have a better handle on exactly knowing where they can come off the track, how hard they got to get on that brake, and what their pit road speed limit is, or what the TAC has to read, depending on what they've got, or if they've got either a couple of different tools or maybe a live spotter counting them down to their pit box. There's so many different ways that these guys can get around all these races, all these tracks, and some of them, like for example, the 64 are going to go ahead and find Eliza right now. She's got the one and only Marty Hensley, or Rock NASCAR, in her ear, counting her down to her pit stall, talking about the traffic, maybe some of the different strategies as the one almost washes up track, makes Eliza check up and cost her a couple spots. Not only did the 1 get by, but the 55 of Jeff No got by. Now the 48 of Francis Hamilton is to her inside. Brian Pizzicemi right behind, and then Tom Flitcroft just a couple of cars back. So I don't know if Eliza got loose or the 1 got loose and she was reacting off of him. Not sure, but definitely cost her a couple spots right there. Hennessy Performance teammates right now running nose to tail. 64 in that middle line. Tom Flitcroft up high with Eliza, going to run up off the corner. 48's going to come on up, and he was clear by a couple feet, but it's always a little nerve-wracking to watch a car slide up right in front of your bumper, because if you carry a little bit more speed off that than they do, pulling that kind of a slide job, you've got to check up or you're going to hit them. All right, let's go back up front just a little bit, as it looks like Hunter Johnson Still leading right now with a good 1.2 second gap. As you see that 48 come up and off the corner, Holzer right behind. Tom Harmon and Nate Mon, again, your top 5. Let's actually jump on board with the 32. See if he's having to. Actually, no, we won't do it with the 32. We'll do it with a guy that's well known for saving fuel. Let's jump back here with Tyler Doar and see if he's having to clutch it at all. You know, save any kind of fuel to be able to make it to the end. The man's great at doing the math in his head, knowing what he's got off of the tools and the spotting assistance that he gets. So let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit with the 77 of Tyler Doar, and we'll run a couple laps with him, see exactly what's going on.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution down. It actually happens right in front of the 77 of Dohar. Saw the 25 start to go around and just nowhere to go. You heard him get off of the throttle, and we'll actually see. We'll actually ride on board with Ryan and see what happened there. So here's the 25. Let's look back from him. Oh, I'm guessing he might have had to check up just a little bit more because he got a little bit of a tag and a bumper from Jose Ruiz in that 23. Let's take a look from PJ O'Leary's view. I'm wondering if that 25 is going to start trying to go down pit road, and the field behind didn't know it. Let's go with Ryan from. Let's go with Ryan one more time. Ryan he kind of got down on the flat and might have had to check up if he was getting loose or he was about to pit. Only he'll know. Very unfortunate for him, for the 24, and also for the 77 of Tyler Doar, as he was racing for a spot in the championship this season next week at Homestead. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. There you see the 77 on pit road. Very unfortunate. I'm not going to bug him right now. Hunter Johnson, though, looks like he is out. Did we miss these guys come down pit road? Yep, they all came down pit road on lap 153, so just last lap. That tells me everybody will be able to go the remaining 46 laps on a tank of fuel. And you look at that number 25 right in front of the 32 here of Hunter Johnson. Sparks coming out of the back end of that EMGG glitch machine. Very, very unfortunate. And I'll go ahead and I'll bring up that playoff grid one more time. Ryan Crooks, he needed something positive to happen in order for him to be able to make it with less than 50 laps remaining. Unless he still has that that fast repair in his pocket, it looks like Crooks's possibility of running for a championship and making up some points has come to an end. All right, so he's in front of the leader. That means he's going to go ahead and take the wave around, or he was the lucky dog, one way or another. but he'll be able to come on down pit road, maybe slap that fast repair on and get that Camaro fixed up, or let's see. Waiting to see what scoring says. All right, coming to the line this time. You'll see the lights on the pace car stay on, but you'll see that that 25 machine go on around the pace car. That means he's taking a wave around, so he'll be able to catch up and also pit. The penalty for pitting that late, I believe, is just starting tail end of the line. So he'll take the penalty, and he'll also be able to fix that car, hopefully, and we'll see where that 25 finishes as the night continues. There you go. He'll stab the throttle, and around he'll go. If you just joined, big thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for coming out, hanging out. Whether it's on the Sim Racing channel through Roku, thank you very much for your patronage. Absolutely appreciate it. Whether you joined for the month or for the year at a discounted price of $19.99, definitely appreciate it. Also, if you're out there on Twitch or Facebook, glad to have you. Definitely appreciate it. Go ahead and put it out there in chat. Who do y'all have for the night? Is it going to be the 32 to lock himself in? 68's going to go ahead, or will the 68 go on and grab another W like he did last week? Will the 69 of Holzer come on up and take a win? Who's it going to be? We're about to find out in less than 50 laps. Let's go. All right, back up front with Hunter Johnson in that 32 breast cancer awareness machine. So far, that Toyota is definitely very strong. You see Nate Mon. We saw this earlier. He went around the outside of a couple people, but wore him out. And does he feel like the laps that are remaining are enough time for him to be able to go on up there and stretch it out like he did earlier and maybe grab this W? He's not in the championship hunt whatsoever. So the only thing he can do if he can get up there in that sun drop machine is go ahead and grab a trophy, which is something that a lot of people here in this Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series have not been able to do. We've had several, well, I shouldn't say several. We've had a few multi-time winners, such as Harmon and such as Holzer, Book and the 31 of Jimmy Cochran that won it all, or won the opening race at Daytona. I mean, we've had quite a few. Ryan Crooks had a win as well. So we've had a few different winners. It's time to find out who's going to be able to get it all said and done here as the laps continue to wind down. 35 laps remaining here from Iowa, and 5 cautions on the night, not too bad. 32's got the all kinds of clean air on the hood of his Toyota Breast Cancer Awareness Camry. 68 of Tom Harmon, he won last week. He wants another checkered flag to put on the frame rail of his Avril Lavigne Camaro. Right behind him, you see the 42 of Brendan Book. He's got to win if he wants to get in. He's like 9 or 17 points below the cutoff line. If you just joined, I'll actually go ahead and bring up your playoff points one more time. Brendan Book actually 15 points below. So this is where everybody stood before the race kicked off. But right now, Hunter Johnson in at 32. He's sitting P5 in points, but P1 on the track. 68, he's locked in after his win last week. Holzer, he's also locked in after a win a couple of weeks ago. Jose Ruiz had some issues earlier, but has been able to, work some magic and carve his way through. Back up right now to P number, I just saw him, P number 12. So Jose needs to do a little bit more magic. Now, if Holzer and Harmon should win, either O'Brien and Dohar would be good, or O'Brien and Johnson, or Dohar and Ruiz. I mean, the points will really be interesting to see once it's all said and done, and hopefully they'll be all tabulated before we actually say goodnight when the race is all over and and after we've talked to our podium drivers. Three wide between the 20, the 22, and the 42. Whole lot of twos in there. Now 3 wide just behind him between that Shaboom machine, but looks like Ryan McCall's going to have a decent little run up, and 25 trying to charge back through as the double deuce comes on up. A little bit of love between those two, fender to fender. Great racing right now inside the top 10. The 42 of Brendan Book right now sitting P7, down 4 spots. Oh, washing up just a little bit. Can a 22 keep it off the wall? Yes, he did. Great job by Nate. And now that Virginia Tech number 31, he's on the outside. A little bit of a push from the 1 as the 20 gives a little bit of a shot to the 42. And looks like something's going on with Brendan Book falling further and further back. Did he not get this thing full of fuel? Or what's going on with this National Guard Camaro falling further and further back? Not 100% sure what's going on. These are points literally driving by to his outside. I didn't see any kind of blinkage out of him or whatever. I don't know what that was all about. Has he just, kind of thrown in the towel, saying, you know what, I'm not going to be able to get on up there and win. Y'all go ahead and do what you can. I don't know. Very, very interesting from this 42 machine. Let's see, he's driving a Camaro. Let's go ahead and take a ride around this car. Take a look at some fenders, see if we can find out what's going on. Let's take a look at his right side. That would be the telltale sign if he it does have a little bit of scrapage, but doesn't really look all that bad. Doesn't look like the hood is buckled all that much. Let's take a look at the right rear. Wow, very unfortunate. A lot of spots just went by the wayside. Riding on board with Hunter Johnson, 25 laps remaining. Once he comes to the start stripe, it's going to be 24, and very soon it'll be less than 20 to go. Then we'll be talking about the single digits and with a good half a second lead over Tom Harmon. It's going to be interesting to see if Hunter Johnson can in fact hold on, or if Tom Harmon is able to get on up there and do something with him. This 32 has been stronger and stronger and stronger. He's got a win on the season, but definitely been more consistent as the season has progressed into like the last third of the season. I talked about Micah Allard also earlier, saying that we'll more than likely see him as the race as progressed on. Well, look where he is right now, up 20 spots in this number 61 Chevy Camaro. He's got a nice little battle going on behind him between the 50 of John Honeycutt, the 30 of Ryan Mccall, and the 69 of Holzer. Down low, 3 wide through turns 3 and 4, off the corner, coming to the start stripe, and it would have been that if that was a drag race for the win. Don't pinch down quite so much. You're not all gonna fit inside of 2 grooves. Woo! That'll wake you up in the morning. They're gonna stick with it. Sticking with it, one more lap, 30, 50, 69, double deuce to the outside. Who's going to give? Looks like the 30 is going to have the high line. 50 still pinching that 69 down low, allowing him not to be able to get up and off the corner, carrying all kinds of speed. They're going to be able to clear the 30, still that 50 down there. So now they're side by side, 2 rows deep, Honeycutt and Holzer. 30 of Ryan Mccall and a double deuce of Nate Mon down there also. Look at these guys door to door. How are they doing this? No contact between the two. And Honeycutt's just, what he's doing is 100% legal. He's keeping Holzer pinched down. That way he can't get full throttle coming up off the corner. And that allows Honeycutt to stay to his outside and have the momentum coming up and off the corner. And if Honeycutt wanted to, he could really drive it out a little bit wider, kind of flatten the curve, so to speak, and maybe even take this spot all for himself. But when you're talking about 2 cars inside of 1 lane, normally it does not end well. Honeycutt able to secure the position, put Holzer back in his rear view. Holzer going to play a little bit of peekaboo, maybe try to get to the outside of Honeycutt, maybe give him just a little bit of a dose of his own medicine. But it looks like Honeycutt's going to be able to be all right. Great battle, great battle. Jose Ruiz now, he's got the 22 of Nate Mon underneath him, with Rudy Falconer right behind. This is a battle right now for P number 8. So again, great recovery for the 23 of Jose Ruiz. If he can continue to progress, get back in that throttle, stand on it, son. $15 laps remaining from Iowa. The second to last race of the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series season. This has been a phenomenal season 1. Cannot wait for season 2. And big thank you to everybody that has come aboard throughout the season. All the follows, the subs, the comments, the likes, everything. And whether it's on the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV that came on a little bit later into the season once the channel was created by the one and only Jim Blankenship, agreeing to bring me and Rick James and Atlanta Racing and KS Gaming 51 or SWATs on board. Of course, Blair Patterson, Bud Racing 88, Pudjanowski, the Hot Dog Stand podcast, all those guys that have done one hell of a job. I definitely feel completely honored to be able to call these Shake and Bake races for the Sim Racing channel. Of course, also out there on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. big, big thank you as we're getting closer and closer to shutting this first season down. And if you can imagine or think back of what this season has been like and what season 2 is going to bring, I cannot wait for Daytona season 2. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get stronger. And man, the talent pool will be deep. All right, let's go ahead and check back in with our leader. Hunter Johnson up here now with a 1.5 second gap over Tom Harmon. We saw Tom was just about a half second behind the last time we saw Hunter. Now 1.5. So it just goes to show that either Tom Harmon, he's kind of running out of feel good, or the 32, even though he's been up front, that clean air has absolutely helped. Micah Allard right now in P number 3 behind Tom Harmon. Let's actually go ahead and take a look from his nose. And yep, there you see that Avril Lavigne Camaro sitting up, coming off turn 4, going across the start stripe. We are in single digits. We started off with 200 laps here from Iowa, down with less than 10 laps remaining. Can Tom Harmon catch up to the 32 and go 2 weeks in a row? Or yellow flag's out. This will change everything, ladies and gents. Looks like Duncan O'Connor in that deuce is going to have something to do with this. And man, Hunter Johnson did not want to see this. Did not want to see this at all. This is like the race yesterday at the Roval. Chase Elliott did not want to see that caution come out for a signboard that fell out, off the wall onto the track with just a few laps to go. So yeah, Hunter Johnson did not want to see this either. Let's see if we can find out exactly what happened with Duncan O'Connor right now. All right, so he's got Tyler Dohar in that 77. It looks like Tyler might have got just a little loose. The 2 just could not save it. Recollects the 77. Nowhere to go. Let's actually go ahead and back that up one more time, and we'll actually rewind it from where it starts just a few seconds to see what caused Tyler to get loose. All right, so let's stop that and pick it up from there. So Tyler's got the 8 to his outside, had to pull down just a little bit. 2 goes to pass on the inside. 2 holding his line below the white, washing up just a little bit. Still plenty of room. Looks like Dohar gets a little loose. Maybe a little bit of net code kind of kicked that off. 2 not able to hold it. Again, recollecting the 77. And both of them hard into the outside wall. And more than likely that will end Tyler Dohar's chances at running for a championship next week at Homestead. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Brendan Book, the leader, looks like, unless he went down pit road, I don't believe so. Nope, last time Brendan Book was on pit road was lap 193. But how about Tom Harmon? He just came down on lap 193. So 40 lap fresher tires. This 42 is not going to have much of a chance. He is going to have to block every single run that comes his way. But those Eagle Feel Goods are going to absolutely just blow right on by. This 42 is going to have to really drive these last few laps right out of his rear view mirror. Tom Harmon again, P number 2. Hunter Johnson, P3. So this is going to be a great battle between the 32 and the 68. Who's going to be able to clear the 42 first? I really think that's going to be the race. As you see John Honeycutt come on up and tag the 32's back bumper, wishing him just a little bit of luck, saying, hey man, go get it. John Honeycutt sitting in P number 4. Micah Allard, P number 5 in his 61. Again, sights, sounds, and overhead view of Iowa Speedway. Man, beautiful facility under the lights. And don't forget, next week, more than likely, we will be back under the lights again from Homestead, Miami, to crown a Season 1 champion here in the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Welcome aboard, everybody. You see a few black dots on the apron coming off pit road, making sure to do their best to have as much track position between them and the pace car as he comes off of turn number 2. And you can see them all back stacked, racked back up, double file all the way down the backstretch. Those 4 dots starting to catch back up to the back end of the field as they go into turn number 3. All right, pace car is going to go ahead and pull off. This will have to be the restart of restarts for Brendan Book, and hopefully he doesn't spin the tires. Great launch, 32 of Hunter Johnson, able to stick right there with him. Immediately jumped to the outside. The 68 had nothing to say about it. Tom Harmon, he's going to try to avoid the 42, and more going to get stacked up. Nowhere to go. Ugh. Caution's out. All right, let's play that back from Francis Hamilton's view. Actually, let's go to the 54's view. And rewind that just a tad. And we'll stop it there and we'll pick it up. 3 wide ahead of them. But you see the 42 come on up. Try to block that high side. 23 nowhere to go. And that will end the 23's chances. 54 also into the inside wall. Looks like the one of Rudy Falconer was involved, and a couple others even a little bit further down, the track. You see the number 30 for Ryan Mccall. Tough luck for him. Definitely had a very, very strong car all night long. Let's ride along with Andrew Sanford. How about, thought I saw one more. Okay, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so the 42 is on pit road. Hunter Johnson's going to be able to be the control car, which means he's going to be the first one to go on up and stomp that loud pedal. There will be 3 laps remaining, so green, white checker is what we've got here to finalize the round of 8 to find out who's going to go on and race for a championship next week from Homestead, Miami. What a race that's going to be. So we know already that that Tom Flitcroft, he's out of it. He was out of it, last round. Very, very unfortunate in his number 8 Mountain Dew machine. But we know Holzer and Tom Harmon, they're locked in already. Matt O'Brien, right now, he's sitting P number 5, and he had a 17-point lead over the cutoff line. So he's good to go. Tyler Dohar, he really needed some luck tonight, but Dohar right now sitting back in 23rd and on pit road. So I have a feeling Dohar's night looks like it's done. Nope, he's going to be able to go ahead and pull away after fixing up just a little bit of that damage. Hunter Johnson right now leading. So if he goes ahead and wins this, being a new leader, that would be 3 leaders in the round of 8 would automatically advance, leaving just 1 point position, and that would default back to Matt O'Brien. Unless something should happen here to Matt, and we've seen that before, we'll have to see how that all works out. But right now, Matt O'Brien would move on by sheer points if Hunter Johnson should be able to go on up and secure this victory. Going down the backstretch, let's go ahead and check in with our crew. You still see the lights atop the pace car are still on. So if Tyler Dohar's out and Hunter Johnson doesn't win, then we'll still have 2 people on points. If Thomas Harmon, which is right behind right here. Holzer also in that 69 EMGG Glitch Camaro. He's in on his win. So if Hunter Johnson wins and you got these 2 cars that have won right behind, that all works out for 2 new winners. If the 61 of Micah Allard wins, that's just a win, for him. He's not actually part of the top 8, so that would still secure 2 spots on points. It really depends on how these last 3 laps shake out. And man, it's gonna be a barn burner. Definitely want to welcome everybody that's still here and welcome everybody that's been here all night long. You've heard me say it before, but thank you very much for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, and keeping us all company. Lights atop the pace car are out. You hear one of them really revving it up, getting ready to go. Let's go ahead and switch this up. Pace car's off. Green flag. White flags out, checkers or wreckers, bring it home one way or another. 32 wants to see the checkers, no wreckers for him. Micah Allard giving it a little bit of a hard charge underneath the 68 of Tom Harmon. Not able to get there right there. 2 more corners for that 32 Toyota. Hunter Johnson's gonna look like he's gonna be able to go ahead and get it done. A little bit of scrape off the wall. Hunter Johnson locks himself into the championship round. He will join Tom Harmon and James Holzer to race for a championship next week, and that should lock down the 20 of Matt O'Brien to move through on points. Big congratulations all the way around to Hunter Johnson and Matt O'Brien, your regular season champion. What a race. See everybody coming on up. Give him a little bit of a congratulatory donut on the side of his car. Let's go ahead and clear the boards. 32, it is all yours. Burn them down, sir. .32 is going to go ahead and take a book out of the Dohar manual for completing a celebratory victory around the Legends track. All right, 32, bring it on up to the line. Grab your picture, feather in your cap, sir. Congratulations, Hunter. All right, ladies and gents, we will be right back. I absolutely promise. We'll have our top 3 live in the booth. Hunter Johnson, Tom Harmon, and Micah Allard. Don't nobody go nowhere. We'll be right back. All right, guys and gals, we are back with our top 3 live from the booth. First, we're going to talk to the guy I mentioned very, very early in the race that we would see him when all the chips were on the table, talking about Micah Allard in this number 61 Camaro. Micah up 20 spots, coming home P number 3 in this new design for you. Hell of a race, all kinds of offensive and defensive moves, all race long. Talk us through how you carved your way through this field, please.
Slowly. I tried that first run. I tried to be very aggressive, hoping for an early caution, and I just I burnt my tires up, and then I had to make up for it, and then I developed a push loose condition. It really wasn't fun, but even though I gained all those spots in that first run, I sped on pit road, so I had to go to the back and do it all over again.
Oh, wow.
But I learned from my mistakes. I did a little bit better. Still kind of burnt my stuff up, not as bad. And then, just a couple cautions there, and got myself in a position for a solid top 3 here.
Well, man, we were just kind of talking before we came back on, and I mentioned it also again during the stream. I would have loved to have seen where you were actually in this mix for the championship when we head to Homestead next week. Next week, is there going to be a different kind of racing for you, knowing that you can mix it up amongst the best? Or are you going to be out there to grab that trophy and take the W and find out who gets the championship on points alone?
No, I mean, I think the strategy stays the same for me no matter what. Big thing is just trying to take care of the car and not put myself in bad positions and work my way through the field if I don't qualify well. Didn't qualify tonight. Sometimes I don't qualify. I don't know if I'm going to qualify next week. Haven't ran a whole lot of laps at Homestead with the next gen car.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how it goes. I know the top in a lot of different cars, you can kind of rip the top against the wall there. That might be, the preferred line, but I know that you can also run the bottom too. So it'll be interesting just to see and kind of get some practice in throughout the week and figure out what line develops as the fast line or the preferred line. I'll just take care of my car and try to work my way to the front if I don't qualify well.
Well, buddy, I definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. Next week I'll be keeping an eye on that 61, no doubt. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you got to get out there, sir?
No, I mean, hey, Dynamo Designs, they sponsor my car. The guy does a great job for designing cars and for iRacing. Very reasonable prices. I highly recommend him. Just all my buddies, Tom Flitty,
Yep.
from Xbox.
Yep.
Tom Flitcroft, James Holzer, Brennan Book. Kind of upset to see he didn't transfer on to the next round, but I'm sure he'll come back with something next week. So, that's all I got.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, man. Well, big congrats again. Yeah, we'll see you next week at Homestead.
Yeah, thanks, Pete, and thank you for putting all this on for us.
My pleasure, sir. Labor of love. Absolutely. All right, let's move it on up. Avril Lavigne, one more time. Up front, shining pretty as ever. Tom Harmon, you started on pole, finishing P2.
Had to get Hunter into victory lane, but I was willing to sacrifice myself. Thankfully, I didn't have to do that, but thank you to Micah for keeping it off me, especially. Be able to hold on to P2.
It's kind of interesting to talk about the green flag run. Twice the caution came out where I would have thought I didn't get a fuel run calculation before the race started, so I wasn't quite sure how far into a run you guys were able to go on fuel, and it seemed like right about the time where those cautions came out after a decent sized run is right about where y'all would have had to come down. Iowa, a little bit of a short track. I wasn't sure on the numbers, but either way, man, hell of a job. What more did you need if you and Hunter weren't working together? Could you have gotten by him?
I would like to think so. He picked up a lot of speed there after he ran behind me for a while and learned lift points and braking points and acceleration points and all that. So it would have been fun, but I was already locked in. We wanted him in, so I just focused on trying to hold everybody off.
But congratulations, you are racing for a championship next week. More than likely, it's going to be you, James Holzer, of course, Hunter Johnson, and it should be Matt O'Brien moving through on points to make the awesome foursome that y'all have been all season long. I'm not going to ask you who your toughest competition is because I don't want you to call them out. But, man, what do you think about that four-packer of drivers?
It's going to be tough. There's no getting around that. You're going to have to bring your A game and hope that – not necessarily hope that something happens, but hope to get out front and walk away from everybody. But I don't foresee that being the case for anybody.
All right, buddy. Well, you go out and out. I'm sure during this week we'll see at least one or two practices up. Usually you do see them there. You think it'll be a high line, low line, or middle line for you at Homestead with that progressive banking they've got there?
Not giving anything out. I'm sorry. Pete.
Okay, all right. I didn't think that was going to be a top secret thing, but okay. No, man, big congrats one more time. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you got to get out there, bud?
Yeah, thank you up in the booth for broadcasting it for everybody. All the fans that show up each week and watch, all the drivers, admins, and Output Racing guys. We work together really well, especially throughout the season, plate tracks, and I'm glad to see that we got two of our guys in there, and O'Brien for working with us a lot, getting him through as well, and Holzer for keeping things clean. And then lastly, April in the car.
There you go. And, of course, last but not least, our newest entrance into the top four, Hunter Johnson. By your win here, you will race next week at Homestead, Miami for the championship. 19 spots gained tonight, sir. Congratulations. Talk us through your race, please.
Thank you, sir. It was a pretty good race. For the first half of the race, I didn't know what I was doing. I knew I sucked in qualifying and had to make something ground up, so I started trying to slowly pick my way through the field at the beginning, and then we had the first two cautions, and I was like, I feel like track position's going to be the biggest key tonight, so I just went forward and drove my way all the way up into the top five, and I think I made it to second or third at one point. I was like, okay, this is pretty good, and after that, kind of stayed up there. I wasn't as fast at the beginning, but I followed teammate Harmon there for a good bit, learned off of him, and then after that, I felt like me and him were even. He was probably still a little bit better in the long run than I was, but it would have definitely been a great battle if it stayed green there at the end of the race.
Talk about great battles. I am absolutely looking forward to the great battle that we're going to see next week. I'm hoping it's going to be much like it was tonight. There were, spots being pulled on the high side, slide jobs being done from the low side up. I mean, it's going to be a great race between you, Holzer, Harmon, and Matt O'Brien. Matt O'Brien, of course, winning the regular season championship. Holzer with 8 wins on the season. Harmon grabbing 4. This is your second, and Matt's got 1. Man, I cannot wait for that race. How much time or how much extra time do you feel you'll be spending at Homestead this week?
I may spend a little bit, not too much. Don't want to overdo myself to where I get tired out of it and, I'll learn a good bit, and I'll probably take a chill and then hop in and see what I can do in the practice lobby when it opens.
All right, buddy. Big congratulations. Welcome to the top 4. Any quick friends, family, sponsors that you need to get out there? Floor's yours.
Got a beautiful new paint scheme for this race and the next race. Got a breast cancer paint scheme. So
love it.
Thank you. Big shout out to Output Racing. We've been solid all season long. I believe all of us got a top 10 tonight, so that's really good for the team. Good job to O'Brien for hanging in there and finishing P6 like he did. He's a real good affiliate we got. Thank you in the booth. Thank the league admins. Thank everybody that makes this league possible and all the drivers in it.
There you go. Man, what a race, and what a race next week is going to be. Absolutely. A big thank you to everybody one more time that came out, hung out, chatted up, kept me company. Definitely appreciate it week in and week out. Whether it was on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or through the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV. Man, it never gets old, and I hope anytime I ever say thank you, it doesn't get old on your ears either. I absolutely mean it every single time. So for the entire Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, one more race down, one more race to go. We will see you all next Monday night. I'm going to try to see if I can't bring this a little bit earlier, maybe even speak to the top 4. before it all kicks off. But I'm sure they'll also want to get their practice practice laps in as well. Find out what the weather's going to be like. Find out what the track temps will be like. Get everything that they need. Their fuel run. Figure out what their tires are doing. There's going to be a lot. Again, everybody wants to win the inaugural championship for the Shake and Bake series now on iRacing. We'll see you all next week. Until then, everybody take care of each other. Have a great night and bye.